Today, I just wanted to talk about some myths or misconceptions based around dreadlocks. Number 1, dreads are dirty or gross, or you never wash them. This is all false. The only reason your dreads are going to be dirty or gross is if literally you go do something dirty or gross and then don't wash them out, because you do wash them. I do it once a week. Some people do it a little bit more frequently. Some people do it less, but it seems to be once a week, and once a week works for me. But you don't use any products in them. You don't use gel, hairspray, any of that kind of stuff. Leave-in conditioner, regular conditioner you don't use, because it can cause buildup in your locks, which you don't want. And actually, if you cut someone's hair with dreads, if they've been properly taken care of, like I just mentioned, all that's going to be in them is hair. No dirt, no nasty stuff. They're clean. They're actually very healthy too. Number 2, people with dreads are dirty. Kind of relates to number 1, but still. So since they're actually washed once a week, they take some work to keep them from getting things in them. So if they're properly maintained, you don't let them get dirty. Or unless you do eye makeup that has glitter in it, like I did the other day. Then somehow the glitter just makes its way to my hair a little bit, and I have to kind of get it out. It looks like shiny dandruff, which is that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I'm going for. Number 3, dreads mean that you just don't brush your hair or you're lazy. So maintaining them can actually take a little bit of work. They're not difficult to maintain, but to properly maintain them, you put them up when you shower so they don't get too wet and then rot. You tighten them, you palm roll them. On that same note, neglect is a method of creating dreadlocks. And some people, like my friend that helped me do my hair the other day, she can get them easily by just literally, she can wake up in the morning and she has them forming. And that is a way of getting them is neglect, but like her, she brushes them out, she's fine. Some people can get them easier than other people using the neglect method. But the downside to that method is if you want them relatively even in size, some of mine are a little bit smaller than others, but they're all round about one thickness or smaller. If you want them relatively even, because your head isn't perfect and things never go perfectly as planned, if you want them relatively even, you actually part the hair, use rubber bands, and then you use the twist and rip or back comb method or whichever method you choose, but it involves some planning and allows you to be more in control of the size and the number of them. In the end, it does take a lot of work, but they're also not extremely high maintenance though. But someone who's lazy and is just neglecting their dreads, or not necessarily, the neglect method is not necessarily someone being lazy, that is just another natural method. In the end, it can take a lot of work to start your dreads and to maintain them. You're essentially trading out your hair dryer and hairbrush for a latch hook if you're like me and you want to tighten them, and just, one day a week of washing your hair, letting it dry, and palm rolling and tightening. Number 4, you have to shave your head when you're done with dreads. Now, there's actually products for removing dreads out there. Or, like when I did in a previous video, I know that those were relatively new dreads, they hadn't been in long, but using a little bit of patience and a comb with a pick on the end especially, you can remove dreads. It just takes time and patience, and whenever you're done removing them, you will have a lot of loose hair from what I've seen other people do, because it's just like before you have dreads, where your hair comes out when you comb it, but you still have a full head of hair. It's the same thing, it's just all stuck in this lock. So when you brush your hair out, or brush your dreads out, there will be some hair that comes with it. In the end, you'll have to trim it up, but it is possible to comb them out. You don't have to shave your head. You can if you want to. It just takes a lot of time and patience to comb them out, that's all. Number 5, to start dreads, you have to use wax or gel or some sort of product. I've seen crazy things like mayonnaise and honey and stuff too. I don't know why you would want to lock up your hair with that, because whenever you lock up your hair, it's stuck in there. I don't know why you would want to do that. Dreads are actually clean. I don't know why you would want to put that kind of stuff in your hair and keep it there. Just no, it's not good for your hair or your scalp. is not gonna come out. The wax is better from what I've seen, but it doesn't come out and it just locks your hair in place instead of it naturally forming these locks and keeping them in place and your hair eventually locking up on its own. It's just gonna hold it in place. It just seems to be better to not use products like that to lock up your hair. Using nothing seems to be the best. I know I only have these and I didn't use any, but this is just things that I've seen. Number 6, dreads and cultural appropriation. I worried about this a lot when I was looking at getting started on my dreads, and it's one of the reasons why I hesitated to get them, besides them for some reason not being professionally accepted for jobs, which is frustrating as well because it's just a hairstyle. I've had an overall positive reaction to my dreads from various different people. It's actually been kind of cool. It is across all cultures, all ethnicities, all genders. There's different styles, different reasons. So I'm actually going to do a whole video of a brief history of dreads as well. But that's it. Hopefully I got enough in there. Thanks for watching.